You are being watched right now, not by cameras, by people who are counting on you to stay small. Every time you shared your goals, something died. You felt it, that quiet deflation. They smiled, they nodded, and then, quietly, they moved to stop you. You called it bad luck. It was not luck. It was strategy. Theirs. Ambition announced is ambition attacked. The most dangerous game you play is transparency. You were taught that honesty opens doors. No one told you it also hands people your keys. This video is not self-help. It is survival intelligence. Pay attention. Machiavelli understood something about power that your education deliberately buried. What he knew could have saved you years. What you are about to learn cannot be unlearned. Your ambition is not the problem. Showing it is. You have felt it your whole life. The weight of wanting more and not being able to say it. You were called arrogant for having standards. Selfish for protecting your time. You learned to shrink. To qualify your ambition. To apologize for wanting. That shame was installed. It did not belong to you. Someone gave it to you on purpose. The people who told you ambition was dangerous were protecting their own position, not your soul. Institutions reward compliance. They punish anyone who reminds them of what they could have been. Social conditioning is not education. It is domestication dressed in language. They did not want you ignorant. They wanted you confused. There is a difference. You have been playing an honest game inside a game that rewards concealment. Everything about to follow is a recalibration, not cynicism. Clarity. Your openness was weaponized against you. That ends now. The world does not punish ambition. It punishes visible ambition. The intelligent have always known this. Now you will too. Silence is not weakness. Strategic silence is the highest form of intelligence. You were never too much. You were too visible. That is fixable. In 1513, a man wrote a manuscript that terrified kings. They tried to bury it. They failed. His name was Niccolò Machiavelli, and he did not write about evil. He wrote about reality. He was exiled, tortured, stripped of everything. And still he wrote. That alone should tell you something. The church condemned his work. Rulers banned it publicly and read it privately. Both actions prove the same point. His real crime was not cruelty. His real crime was telling people what power actually looks like. He wrote for the intelligent, not the comfortable. He assumed you could handle the truth. He said, everyone sees what you appear to be. Few experience what you really are. Read that again. Everyone sees your surface. Almost no one sees your depth. That is not a flaw. That is leverage. Machiavelli is not a manual for villains. He is a map for the intelligent navigating a world that does not reward openness. These are his lessons rewritten for the world you live in now. Take them seriously. Lesson 1. The Silent Architect. The builder who announces every blueprint gets sabotaged before the foundation is laid. You have announced plans before. You know exactly what happened next. Enthusiasm cooled in others. Obstacles appeared. Psychology explains this precisely. Shared goals trigger two responses, support and competition. You cannot control which one activates. The practical action: stop narrating your ambition. Let your results be the announcement. Work in silence. Silence is not secrecy. It is discipline. The architect who reveals nothing builds everything. Machiavelli understood that the most powerful moves are made before anyone knows a game is being played. You do not have to hide who you are. You only have to control what you reveal and when. This knowledge is for protection, not destruction. Remember that every time you apply what follows. The silent architect does not fear judgment. They simply refuse to invite it prematurely. Build first. Announce second. Or better yet, let the building speak and say nothing at all. That is the first law of the intelligent. Move in silence. Arrive complete. Lesson 2. The Controlled Face. Your expression is a broadcast. Most people leave it unguarded. Think of the last time someone read your reaction before you could manage it. Think of what it cost you. The psychology behind this is primal. Humans are emotional signal readers. They trade in the currency of your reactions. The practical step: practice the neutral face. Not cold, not performative, just stable. An unreadable face is an unbreachable wall. Control your face, and you control the narrative. Give nothing away, and you give up nothing. Machiavelli knew that the ruler who masters their reactions masters the room. The unreadable always have the advantage. You are allowed to feel everything. You are not obligated to broadcast it. The controlled face is not deception. It is the only truly honest response to a world that weaponizes your openness. The second law of the intelligent: your face is your first armor. Never leave it unguarded. Lesson 3. The patient predator. Intelligent ambition does not sprint. It stalks. You have been told your whole life to hustle loudly. Post your progress. Share your journey. Every update is a vulnerability report. The psychology here is about triggering envy. Every publicized step invites someone to calculate how to step in front of you. The patient predator does not rush. They observe. They position. They move only when the terrain is clear. The practical action: audit how much of your ambition is visible right now. Remove half of it from public view immediately. Patience is not passivity. The patient predator is always in motion, just not in ways others can track. The most dangerous person in any room is not the loudest. It is the one taking notes in silence. Move below detection. Build above expectation. Arrive as a surprise. That is the predator's advantage. The third law of the intelligent: time is your resource. Spend it underground. Surface only when the conditions are right. Not every opportunity is yours. The patient predator knows the difference between the right moment and just a moment. Lesson 4. The invisible alliance. Power is never built alone, but the intelligent choose their alliances invisibly. You have watched others rise and wondered why. More often than not, it was because of what you could not see. Publicly performed friendships are political theater. True alliances happen quietly, over time, built on mutual advantage. The psychology of alliance is about perceived mutual benefit. The invisible alliance protects both parties precisely because it is not announced. Practical action: identify 3 people whose quiet support would transform your trajectory. Invest in those relationships privately. Machiavelli taught that the prince who is seen to have good allies will always be considered wise. What he meant was this: the alliances you cultivate in the dark are the ones that save you in the light. You do not need many. You need the right ones. 3 genuine invisible alliances defeat 100 public followers. The fourth law of the intelligent: build your network like your ambition, silently, deliberately, with no announcement of completion. When you arrive, you will not arrive alone, but no one will have seen you gathering your forces. Lesson 5. The long game. Every intelligent person who ever changed anything was playing a game that most people could not even see. You are being measured against people playing a 3-month game. You need to be playing a 3-year game. You have been impatient before. You have rushed. You have settled. That impatience was installed in you by a system that profits from your short-term thinking. The practical action: write down where you want to be in 5 years. Then ask, does my current behavior align with that version of me? The long game is the only game that compounds. Short-term wins are noise. Long-term positioning is the signal. Machiavelli played a long game in exile. Stripped of everything, he wrote the most influential political manual in history. The exile did not stop him. It gave him perspective. Your setbacks are not signs of failure. They are data. Feed them into your long game and keep moving. The fifth law of the intelligent: play a game so long that your opponents age out of competing before you reveal your hand. When you think in decades, your competitors who think in quarters are irrelevant. Let them rush. You compound. You are not behind. You are early. The long game always rewards those who understand this. Trust the architecture of your own ambition. Build it in silence. Play it long. Arrive legendary. You came here with one version of yourself. That version already knew something was wrong. The old you is dead. You are a weapon, pointed at your own future. Stop firing blanks with honesty and start aiming with intention. You belong to no one, not to their expectations, not to their comfort, not to the story they wrote for you before you could write your own. Machiavelli did not survive to be comfortable. He survived to be right. Now it is your turn to be right. Starting now. You have the map now. How you use it determines everything that follows. Choose deliberately. Move silently. Arrive undeniably. If this reached something in you, something that recognized itself, then you already know what this channel is. This is not a channel for everyone. It is a channel for those who are done pretending the game is fair and have decided to master it instead. Every week on this channel, philosophers who were buried for telling the truth. Principles that the powerful use and the unpowerful are never taught. You have a choice right now. Carry what you learned alone, or return and take the next piece. Choosing to stay means choosing to keep learning. No pressure, no obligation, just an open door for those who want to walk through it. This community grows in silence. If you are here, you belong here, and you know it. Before you go, leave something below. Your presence here was not accidental. One question. Think about it before you answer. Take as long as you need. If Machiavelli were alive today, would he advise you to show your ambition or conceal it? Tell me in the comments. And be honest about why your answer scares you.